Hey everyone, it's Ray. Welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail. In the last episode, there was a bunch of stuff, mostly patch related. And this episode is sort of a bit of catch up, so to speak. You see, there were two dungeons that came out at the beginning of 7.0 that I never actually did. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, I kind of hate myself for not actually recording them because I was pretty salty during one of the runs. So I'm kind of partially making it up for you all by having myself run those dungeons and showing them off for you. I will be perfectly honest, I do not know of a way to recapture the quest lines for them, and so I'll just try to explain what the quest lines are during and after the dungeon, respectively. So, let's go ahead and look at the duty finder. There are two dungeons, Tender Valley and the Strayborough Deadwalk. I'm going to be perfectly honest, it's early in the morning, and unless I'm a tank, I doubt these dungeons are going to proc, so let's just see what happens. I'm going to go as tank. I was originally going to go as dancer and show off my new avatar, but I think I'll save that for when patch 7.2 comes out. For now, we wait. Oh, there we go. Took a moment. But here we go. Tender Valley. Alright. And so, as you can see, it is full of cactuars. So the main thing about this is that a Charlian scholar was coming to investigate some Yakui ruins, and he could only get so far because the cactuars. Alright, let's get going. Let's go ahead and do this. And okay, it's been a while since... Oh, thank God we have a white mage. I feel a lot more comfortable fighting with a white mage. Alright, get rid of this, and we got a very big sombrero to Nabatender. And there we go. Oh, we have some... Alright, smack him. And then this Mega Magui. There's actually documents all over this place, so if you actually have time, you can actually read about all his different interactions, the scholar's interactions with this area and his thoughts. It's actually kind of cool. Alright. I've been playing Warrior again lately because to be honest, it's one of the tanks that I feel a lot more comfortable with. It's also my first tank, so that also explains why. Alright. There we go. So here's our first boss. The Barrel Tender. I remember seeing this guy at the fan fests. Okay, so his gimmick is that his range of attack will expand. He's a funny little guy. Or a funny big guy. Good boy. Alright. So, let's see. And we're going to need to go here because that cactus over there has no spikes on it, so it's not going to explode. Or not explode as big. Strictly right. Get to your left, because that's going to get big. Buster? And another tender drop. Alright. So he's going to do the needles, and keep an eye out for the less prickly cactus, because we're going to have to get over to it. And I think my team's a little dumb. But we did it. Spine Blossom is no longer seen. Let's keep going. And we can see the Yakui ruins. This place looks absolutely fucking amazing. I like Shaloni, but I think this area is fan-fucking-tastic. I kinda wish this was an area that you could actually go to and explore in general. Down, down, and that comes rocked. Alrighty. Been a while since I've done this, so bear with me. I don't really tank most of the endgame stuff because I'm always a little too self-conscious. But I might end up doing that. But I kind of want to play through the patch quests as Viper, because I don't know, I just kind of like the idea of doing that, but I guess I can be whatever I need to be. I did just learn how to heal too, so let's go ahead and get the move on. Ooh, God, I love those big smash attacks. Warrior is just so unga-bunga that it's really fun to play. If you've never played a tank, I highly recommend you play Warrior. Because you get a lot of good out of it. There we go. And now here's this funny little guy. Anthracite? Oh yeah, his gimmick. Bombs. Oh. Oh yeah, his gimmick. Bombs. They go in the holes, and they eventually explode. And I just keep getting hit by them. I am so bad at this. There we go. That's better. Question? Okay, that's going into the square hole, so I need to be over here. That's also going into a square hole, so... Ooh. That is going into a round hole. Don't worry, this boss will be down quick enough. Up the tank buster. And we are almost down, 10%. Square hole. And we're good. Now that looks familiar up there. This whole area is starting to look a little familiar. Scree! Yokui orbs. Stay away from the sacred vessel. What, these? Alright. So these things do a lot of damage to other allies other than just me. So that's good to know, if I ever want to heal this. Yeah, so it's these vessels that are doing it. Alright, they'll LB this pull. So, Summoner's going to do that. Now, this is looking familiar. If you've done Shadowbringers... Oh, yeah. This is really familiar. So this area is basically a take on the Ronkin ruins from the first. So far is going well. We're getting orientations that favor me staying in one place, which is good. This pull can be pretty spicy if you're not careful, but looks like we got a good team this time around. Goody! What's this? The ancient vessel is breaking. Inexplicable entity, the greatest serpent of Tural. Long may he scree. So, if you've never done the Gathering tribe for Shadowbringers, you wouldn't really know about the Great Serpent of Ronka. But yeah, this is basically this guy, but in the first, Dubious Thule Disaster. And the spikes are here. Bouncy Council. Screes of Fury. I love this fight. This is one of the best dungeons that they've added. Also, he's actually making me having to do... God, this is so cute. Alright, gotta move him over here. Because these are all going in circles. Greatest Labyrinth. This is a fun one. Find the good circle, and find, which arrows to slide through. It's a little maze, and if you don't do it in time, you die. Summon the Bouncy Council once more. Okay, now it's going to do lines and circles. You gotta figure out which ones are which. Moist Summoning. Oh, this is a fun one. Strange Gloopy Glob. And then over here. Arm's length this so I don't slide. Otherwise you go right to the spikes. Or the slime. Once again, another Bouncy Council. Will it resolve before we finish this? Nope. And... little guy. There we go. Oh boy. That was fun. Give him a player commendation. Any loot? Nope. Nope. And... there we go. And I got a commendation. Goody. So yeah, the whole deal with the Tender Valley dungeon is that you basically figure out that the Ronkan Empire is kind of pervasive throughout all Reflections in a sense. Given that the fact that you encounter the Serpent of Tural, you encounter very similar Ronkan relics and the like, and you kind of explain that to the researcher, who is actually looking into a shared link between all the Reflections and its shards. Which I think is pretty cool, so maybe in other Reflections there'll be similar dungeons like this. Which, to be honest, I kind of want more. I want more of this kind of weird lore. It's so cool. I wouldn't say it's as great as the twinning, but it's definitely fun and a little spicy if you want to do it. Okay, now for the hard part. Time for hell. The Stray Burrow Deadwalk. This is a dungeon that basically a part of living... Here we go. Dream Burrow. A district of living memory long thought lost to interdimensional fusion rises from the rift after decades of disconnection. Yet what lies beyond its gates is not a dazzling paradise of Constancy's memory, but a land marred by shadows and haunted vestiges of the endless who once called it home. You must venture into its twisted grounds and quell the lost soul's agony, and for once and for all. But the phantoms within do not take kindly to the living. So, yeah. It is a bit of a spicy dungeon. The first boss especially is hell. If you're not a ranged DPS, that fight is hell. So, this one is basically, we're trying to settle lost souls from living memory, basically, that have come back, apparently, from the void. Like during interdimensional fusion, it seems to have slipped into the void, or the space between spaces, and come back kind of twisted. So instead of Dream Burrow, it's Stray Burrow. Anyway, I'll see you once the timer procs. Oh! Well, that was quicker than expected. I guess this is tank privilege, so we'll see how it goes. Oh, this is familiar. We literally did go through the space between spaces. A lot of darkness. And it's a carnival. A twisted carnival. Welcome one and all to the land of waking dreams and nightmares. Please form a single file as you enter. Alright. Alrighty, that looks good. So yeah, it's a bunch of ghosts and a bunch of Final Fantasy XIII enemy models. Strange. Alright. So the pulls themselves aren't that bad, except for like one. Maybe two. Alright, more babblers and more stray memories. Alright. There we go. Big smash. Big smashy smash. Alright. Hear ye, His Royal Headness, Leonog I, graces us with his presence. Yeah, this is creepy. Join us, join us. Down to my flawless noggin, your king decrees it. Falling Nightmare. Alright. Thankfully we have a ranged DPS, so our DPS won't go down too much. So let the zombie march commence. Oh. And fuck, I got bound. So basically he puts a head on you and you can't do shit. Oh. Oh boy. Yeah, that's basically his whole gimmick. He just keeps marching the heads. When I first fought this, I died so many times. Oh, come on! Oh boy. Come on, die already. Woo! He is rough. I will not lie. He is rough. Forget me not, gardens. Fucking hell. Alright, the Frolicking Grounds. Now, this coming up is a bit of a spicy pull. So, smack these. And look, little jesters. You can actually get one of these as a minion from this dungeon, if I recall right. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pop this. Yeah, I wasn't careful my first time playing through this dungeon, and I died to this really badly. This is not too bad. Alright. And here come the circus animals. Oh, how the sky wheel rises. But will you see it fall? But do you wish to see it fall? I am going to run. And smack. And smack. That. That. And let us do that. Big explosions, big booms. That is the way of the war. Alrighty. Simple enough. Cordially invited to Jack in the Pot's Enchanted Tea Party. Oh. Aren't you lovely to look at? Troubling teacups. Keep an eye on the teacups. That one's being targeted by a ghost. Move away, because it's going to be a big boom. Alright. Now those two are being taken. Control. Okay? There they are. There they are again. And move over here. Alright. Man, I managed to weave through that. Yeah, basically those puddles will give you a nasty bleed if you get in. Now, is this going to be a weird one? Yes, it is. Let's kill him before this happens. There we go. Once again, more accessories I have no use for. And let's grab a ride on some balloons. Into the Haunted Mansion! Will say, my first encounter with this dungeon was a very, bad first impression because I did not know what I was supposed to be doing as a tank. But thankfully, I seem to have remedied that by being a warrior. Alright. Now we got one more pull after this, and it's a bit of a nasty one, so to speak. Mainly because it's got two big enemies that just won't die. Alright, grab them. Proceed. Down, down, down through the mansion. Oh. More Calcabrina dolls. Alright. And here's the issue. They just keep slamming. And slamming. And jamming. But thankfully, killed one relatively quickly. This thing still has a lot of health. Come on. Die already. There we go. Goody, goody, goody gumdrops. Beyond the halls lies Tromeri, Lord of Nightmares. Heed my words, and together we shall end his reign of terror. Ha ha ha. Nice Phantom Guide. He's a freaky looking thing. Literal freak in a sheet. Daylit Nightmare. Tromeri. And this is a reuse of the Hades model. Alright. Let's get this started. Alright, AoE in front. AoE to the side. And I've completely fucked up my rotation. Memorial March. Alright, so the gimmick of this is you're supposed to turn into ghosts, go through the walls, and pull the tethers. Alright. Ward against spirits, we're currently a ghost, turn back solid. Simple as that. Also, it's funny, you can actually stack on these, because they don't do any damage if you're mortal. Give a few folks some scares if you want, in this scary dungeon. Alright. I completely forgot which one was which, so ow. Ward against the living. Fleshbuster. Alright, still staying with this. But I'm going to stay over here, see if that triggers. Yes, it did. Aha! I'm a genius! And there we go. Ow. But he is simple. He is a very simple boss, but he has a very fun mechanic. It's very weird. Alright, we're down to 4%, and stay out of the middle. Thank you. Alrighty, GG all, and that's the end of that. I didn't mean to get that bracelet of aiming, but I guess everyone fucking left. Yes, they did. I got a couple of combinations. But yeah, those are the two dungeons that I forgot to show off. I honestly think that it's for the best. Because, perfectly honest, my first run-throughs of Strayborough Deadwalk left me so sour and bitter that I did not want to try to record them for a while. I am actually quite happy with what I've managed to do with these dungeon runs. They were actually relatively painless. Now, don't let that fool you. If you're not used to these, they will fuck you over. But, all in all, of the post-patch dungeons for 7.0, I prefer Tender Valley over Strayborough Deadwalk, hands down. Both of them are very fun, they're very unique, and for the most part, again, I prefer the lore of Tender Valley than to Strayborough Deadwalk, even though it is implied that they basically fell into the void and they still kept going on with their normal machinations. They still wanted to give a show, so to speak, in that carnival, which is kind of cool, but It definitely was twisted by the void. But, yeah. So these are two things that I had neglected to do for a while, and I am sorry about that. I will have this video uploaded within a reasonable amount of time. And so, I hope you enjoyed my little adventure tanking through these two dungeons. And in the next episode, we will be going into patch 7.2, whenever that fucking drops. Probably by the end of March. So keep an eye out for that. I might try to do more different videos in the future. I might do some New Game Plus role quests, so to speak. Like do the Dark Knight quest line. I kind of want to do that for the heck of it. But that's for another time. For now, this has been Ray, signing out. Later, guys, and have a good day.